Takara Tomy just dropped a big video showcasing the HellsChain and DranDagger sets that showcase the bays, their parts, and then some battles. We already knew what the bays were going to look like from pictures, but now that we see them in person, I think they look a lot better. The first ones we're going to look at is the DranDagger set, and the first bay is going to be Shark Edge. Now, whenever we first got pictures of it, I wasn't super thrilled. I did not like the green on Shark Edge at all, but now that we see it in real life, I'm definitely still not sold, but I'm liking it a lot more. The green in the pictures just looked a lot uglier, but in real life, it kind of reminds me of Mountain Dew or like Monster, and I don't mind it. I still would have preferred like a crimson red Shark Edge. I think that would have been kind of cool and kind of menacing, but this green it's fine. It's unique. We also get a light blue 380 and then a lime green flat bit. I don't know how I feel about this color for flat, but okay. Pause. The bays that we're going to talk about in this video are currently up for pre-order right now on Mall of Toys. Both the HellsChain set and the DranDagger set, and they also have the upcoming Rhino Horn booster up for pre-order as well. But join in on the Beyblade X hype by checking them out, links in the description down below, and make sure to use code ilinnuc to get 5% off of your first purchase. And then we have a grape purple colored Night Shield, and I still feel the same way about this Night Shield color now as I did whenever we first saw it. I think it looks okay, although I just don't really care to get more Night Shields. And it's purple. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but it's kind of like a random booster recolor to where it's nice, but do we really care that much? I do like some of the other parts, like the bluish purple 580. It's nice to get another 580 release because that pretty much just came out this month. And I'm also liking the purple taper bit. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there that don't like the taper bit. I think it's a lot of fun to battle with, even if it's maybe not the most competitively viable. But yeah, purple taper. And the final bay in this set is going to be the DranDagger. And whenever we first saw pictures of it, I thought it was kind of cool, but I don't really see how it'd be better than Dran's sword. It definitely looks way better in like the real life images. The bay still looks like a pinwheel though, with its like 6 blades instead of the 3 bigger ones. It just seems like more of a sidestep than like an evolution, and I don't think it'll be an evolution. And the parts for DranDagger are pretty interesting as well. We have the 460 ratchet, which isn't new by any means, although it is pretty good. And it does have this kind of cool blue and white color scheme, which is nice. It'll at least look cool in some combos. However, the bit is brand new. And for the bit, we have Rush. Takara Tomy does a really good job showing off the differences between Rush and the flat bit that came on Dran's sword. The first difference is that Rush is definitely thinner than flat. It's not like a massive difference, but it is notable. Flat also has that cutout in the middle and Rush does not. I think that the biggest difference though is the gear change. On flats, there were 12 little teeth that would catch on to the extreme line, and for Rush, there's only 10. But not only are there less teeth, they look to be a lot smaller as well. And Takara Tomy shows off that because of this change, Rush makes bays move faster, kind of makes it smoother on the extreme line. Will this actually result in better performance? I don't know. It does look pretty fun though. And the full combo definitely looks a lot better than it did in the pictures. Whenever we first got the original pictures, the DranDagger blade just looked really thin to me, but in real life, it's still pretty chunky, and I'd be interested to see if it weighs more or less than Dran's sword. Now let's move on to the next set, which is the HellsChain set, and the bays for this one are a mix of looking better than in the pictures and also looking worse. And the first one is Nightlands. In the original pictures, I was not a fan of the way this bay looked at all. I think I said it looked like pee a little bit. And I still think that. This all yellow look is just not very attractive. I mean, we have like all yellow parts here and maybe it would look good in like a combo or something. I just don't like this neon look. And what's interesting is that we do see purple on the Nightlands gear chip, but we don't see purple on the rest of the bay at all. So if it was like a yellow and purple, kind of like Lakers look, that'd be kind of cool, but it's all yellow and it's blinding. I will say though, while I don't like the yellow Getting a Knight Lance release is pretty nice. I mean, I'd rather have a Knight Lance than a Knight Shield. We also have another release of Low Flat too, which is always good. The next bay is Wizard Arrow. And I've said so many times that Wizard Arrow is my least favorite X bay. I know it has good defensive properties and it's a good stamina blade because it's so round, not very many jagged edges, but I'm so sick of getting this bay. I think I have like 4 or 5 of them right now in just different colors or something like that. I'm just bored of it. I'd rather have a pink Wizard Arrow than this kind of reddish orange color because we already have a red Wizard Arrow and we also have like a bronzish one. So another orangey color is just, it's not my favorite. And for the parts, we have 480 and Needle. So the parts aren't really that special either. We've had them released a few times already. All right, now we can move on to the good stuff. We have the prize of this set, which is HellsChain. And this one, I definitely think I like more than DranDagger now that we have good video of it. I think its design is pretty cool. You have the name HellsChain, and we can see this chain design in the blade itself. We do see that the blade is mostly pretty flat, except for some parts in that chain design kind of lifting it upwards a little bit. And they definitely talk about that causing some upward attack. In comparison to a bay like Shark Edge though, the blade still does look pretty thin and like spread out. Something else that's kind of interesting that I didn't notice until now is that the plastic piece in the blade is not red. It's like a magenta. That doesn't really matter that much. I just thought it was interesting that it wasn't red. It's like a pinkish red. And for the other parts of HellsChain, the ratchet is 560. I do wish we would have seen a new ratchet release, but 560 did just come out with Leon Claw, and this one is a red and clear color, so that may look better for a lot of people's combos. And like DranDagger, the bit is all new. It's not new like Rush is. Rush is like a completely unique driver. For HellsChain, we have High Taper. I was kind of hoping they would have changed up the tip a little bit, like on Needle versus High Needle. High Needle was a little bit more round, and I think it was a little bit better. But on High Taper, it just looks the exact same. I'm really interested to see how this bay performs. Hell Scythe is one of my favorite X bays to battle with because it just hits really hard. It also doesn't really burst that much, like if at all. So it's gonna be hard for HellsChain to top that. We do see some battles in this video, although they are Takara Tomy videos, so they can't really be trusted for like accuracy on how the bay will actually perform. But we do see DranDagger moving pretty quickly. We see it getting a burst finish, but like I said, it's Takara Tomy. Although in the next one, they do battle HellsChain, and HellsChain, at least in my opinion, is moving pretty quickly. I think it's moving faster than DranDagger did on Rush. And the main gimmick for Rush was its speed and how it's kind of like a barrage attacking bit. So I don't know, we're just gonna have to get it in person. But that is gonna wrap up the news. What did you think about it? Are you guys gonna pick up HellsChain or DranDagger or both? And which one of the two bays do you think looks better? But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hit that like button, hit subscribe to join the Nook Nation. We're on our quest to hit 400,000 subscribers. I'll see you in the next one. Have fun and bay away.